Do you or your teen have an IEP or a 504 plan? Then you've come to the right place. If they have an education plan in high school and you're thinking about college, then you need to get the facts. Specifically, can you get an IEP in college? Can you get a 504 plan? What are the difference between high school and college disability supports? And all the steps that you need to take so that you can have a much better transition and advocate like a pro. What's up? I'm April Rarig, your special education advocate to make IEPs and 504 plans so much easier. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to get more videos like this in your inbox and follow us on Instagram at Rise Ed Advocacy. Here's what you need to know about IEPs. Individual education plans, also known as IEPs, are regulated under IDA law. The problem is parents and students aren't given the instructions and directions, so they know exactly what to ask for and how to get it when it comes to college and getting the right disability supports. Case in point, have you heard these terms in your last IEP meeting? FAPE, LRE, procedural safeguards, comprehensive assessments. Don't worry, I've got you. Make sure to check out our free guide, The 6 Pillars of IDA, that lays out exactly what those acronyms really mean and gives you the true definition. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So let's answer the big question out there. Can you get an IEP in college? And the answer is nope. What about, can you take your current IEP to college? And the answer is nope. What about if you have a 504? Doesn't it just transfer over to college? The answer is no again. Here's the deal, pro tip. You can get a 504 plan in college, but you need to apply separately and might get approved for different accommodations or supports. Did you know that? Perhaps you're watching this video and you're thinking, well, wait a second, April, what's the difference between IEPs and 504 plans, specifically when it comes to qualifying? Make sure to grab our free guide that spells out the difference in eligibility between a 504 and an IEP because, pro tip, they are not the same. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. Speaking of education plans, make sure to check out my video that lays out very specifically the differences between IEPs and 504 plans and where they overlap because, pro tip, they actually do overlap, and it's going to go into more detail in terms of what they share, what are the differences, and what are the things that they might have that you did not expect. Make sure to grab those links in the description box below. So now you know you can't just take your education plan to college. Now it's time to talk about the differences, specifically between high school and college disability support. In high school, the function of an IEP is to promote success, versus in college, the function of a 504 plan is to provide access. This means you or your teen is in charge in college in terms of disclosing, applying, and self-advocating for your needs. Don't stress, keep watching this video. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do so you can get everything that you or your teen needs. So now you know that disability support is not going to look the same in college. Let's dive into how service plans are going to look different. Both the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as ADA, and Section 504 function to level the playing field. This means your college will not adapt or modify the curriculum. Instead, they can provide appropriate academic adjustments or auxiliary aids. What does this mean? This means colleges are not required to fundamentally alter their courses or programs. This also means that you can apply to get reasonable accommodations, again, without a modification. Speaking of accommodations, make sure to check out my video, IEP and 504 Accommodations for Students, that lays out the 4 different kinds of accommodations so you or your teen can get the best support right now in high school before you apply to college. Make sure to grab that link in the description box below. So now it's time to talk about how you or your teen gets approved for the right disability support now that you have all this information. Here's the way it's going to be. Make sure to write this down or keep watching this video for my favorite resource. It all comes down to, first you have to apply and be accepted at the university. Then, of course, you need to submit your deposit saying, yes, I am going to go there. Step 1, you or your teen needs to disclose that you have a disability because, like I already said before, pro tip, the college doesn't just know that you have an IEP or a 504 plan. Your teen has to disclose it. Step 2, your teen or you has to decide whether to sign what's called a FERPA waiver, which basically grants your parents the ability in order to access the supports. Otherwise, it's just you, yourself, the student, that's in charge completely of your supports, meaning they don't know or can't see if you've been applied, accepted at the university, or communicate with your school in any way, shape, or form, unless, of course, it's an emergency. Step 3, you need to apply to the disability office for support. And step 4, you need to provide the documentation. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that you need to get electronic copies of your most recent IEP or 504 plan, or you might be needing to get copies of a private assessment or private report. You need to check on your website for the university that you're looking at for the specific requirements that they're going to need in order to apply and provide the right documentation. Number 4, review and inform. This is where you're going to meet as the student with the college disability office to see what accommodations they're going to approve. You also need to inform your professors. What am I saying? I'm saying that the disability office is going to have a copy, but anytime you have classes, anytime you have professors, it's going to be your job in order to step 5, self-monitor and self-advocate your needs. Meaning you might need to talk to the professors and say, hey, I need to go to get extra time, or hey, I'm going to go to the disability center to take my exam. You're completely going to be in charge in terms of telling the professors what you need and making sure that they follow up. The Disability Center is going to know that you have access for supports, but they're not going to be like an IEP or a 504 plan where they're going to have someone that's going to be able to enforce it. Sure, you can go to them if you have a dispute with your professors. However, you are in charge of self-monitoring, self-disclosing, and most importantly, self-advocating your needs. I've got a college guide that you need to check out that lays out all the information I've already talked about, as well as all the steps that you need to apply and disclose what your needs are. It lays out all the rules and the laws about FERPA, about ADA, about Section 504, and most importantly, it gives you specific step-by-step guidance so you or your teen can get all the supports that you need before you go to college. Make sure to grab the link in the description box below. So now you know you can't get an IEP in college, you can't take your current IEP, and all the process and the steps when it comes to applying for disability supports in college. Let me ask you a question. What's the one thing that you want to do differently for yourself or for your teen to make sure that you get the best supports in college? Got a question? Make sure to put it in the link in the description box below. Want me to do another video? Yep, I can do it there too. Make sure to like and subscribe to get more videos like this in your inbox, and follow us on Instagram at RiseEdAdvocacy. Grab all those links in the description box below so you can get the best support for yourself or your teen. I'm April Rarig, your special education advocate. I can't wait to see you for our next video.